Hey everybody, it's Captain Mikey, and welcome back to the build of the Agora model 1/200 scale Titanic model. This is pack 3. Now before we begin, I just need to say this. If you see a mess in any of the camera angles that I so choose, you'll have to forgive me. We got some renovations going on in this house, so things are kind of everywhere and it's a bit crazy. I'm trying to keep things clear and out of the way, but it's become kind of almost impossible. So you'll have to forgive me in that department. But okay, with that out of the way, let's begin. So I'm going to start off quickly here and just flip through this magazine. This is magazine 9 of pack 3. So I'll do a quick little flip through of the book. I swear, I think some of these images are repeated in these magazines. So, okay. So now we are at the instruction part of what we need. I've got all the parts out and ready to go. So by the time we're finished with this magazine, it should be one piece and on a stand. So let's get going. Okay, so to start off for the first step, I have to put this bracket on, which I kind of already did. The funny thing is, as soon as I kind of put it on, like because I was doing a test fit, it kind of locked into place. So there's no screws in it yet, but there will be. And of course, now it's firmly in place, and I can't really get it off now, and I'm not going to risk breaking it trying to get it off, so I'm just gonna put the screws in. Now I can start putting in the screws. Now I'm wondering when I'm gonna be getting those freebies that I was supposed to get, like that tin poster. There's supposed to be a binder that's supposed to so we can put the magazines in. And there was like I think a pocket watch and like a tool kit. I have not gotten any of those things yet. I don't know when, but from some of the videos, some of those people already got theirs early on. Like, I think by the second pack, they started getting the freebies or whatever. But, I don't know, I never got mine, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Alright, that part's done. So next on the list, I am going to start putting this on. I'm going to do a test fit real quick to make sure that's good. And then I can attach it now with 2 AM screws. Alright. So I kind of got one screw in here already. I'm just tightening it down. I didn't want this thing kind of giving me a hard time. Alright. Make sure that's in there nice and tight. And there we go. Okay, so the next thing I gotta do in this step is I have to take these pins and I gotta put them in. So it wants me to put in a pin right here. So let's one pin in, and there's the second. So those two pins are in. Okay, so now the next part is to conjoin the two halves together. So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so now the next part. So just so I can explain it to you guys, there's no holes on this side for these pins to go on. I think that's just there more just to keep it more structurally, like in the shape that it needs to be in. At least that's what I'm assuming. So I'm gonna have to screw right here, right here, right here, and right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I have one screw in already just to kind of hold it down. And the one thing I did end up doing was, and I saw another guy doing this on his channel, but he used some grease for these screws. And I can understand why he did, because I was having trouble in the previous steps with getting a lot of these screws in, and some of them even got stripped before they were even fully in. Okay. And it looks to me in the future there's going to be little covers for these holes so that you won't be able to see the screws. I'm going to be honest, what that guy did with the grease or the oil or whatever to get the screws in easier is genius. It is absolutely genius, and I can already tell it is so much better than before. So now I got one more screw left. Well, alright, this is it right here. The bow is together. And then, of course, you have a little stand here to put it on. So it can stand up. And I have to emphasize this again. And I know I'm probably going to keep doing it throughout this series, but my God, the sheer weight of this is just already incredible. Of just this. Alright, this is a small portion of the ship. That's not including the lights, the rest of the hull, the engines, the upper decks, the funnels, the water you're going to have to add into the funnels for the smoke generator. I mean, this is a hefty boy. Or should I say girl now, because ships are always girls. But I can't emphasize this enough. This has got you know, I think like at this point, just the sheer weight, if you were to like throw it as hard as you could at someone's head, you could probably cause some serious damage. But okay, that's it for that step. We're going on to the next magazine. Time for magazine number 10. So I'm just gonna quickly flip through it again. So this way you guys could see. And then here we go. And it looks like we're back to doing the engines. And then we're going to do some more work, just a little bit more work with the hull. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start putting on these like head things. That's the next step. Go. There's one. All right. So that one's on. That one's on. So now the next thing to do is to put these pieces on. I don't know if you guys can see that. But those are going to go right here and right here. A lot of pointy things here. So now the next task, at least the final task for the engines in this magazine, is to put 4 of these needle-like pieces on. So they go on just like so. They actually go on fairly easy here from what I can see. I have to be very careful to not bend them. So there it is. Now I've looked ahead at other YouTube videos of this model build, and these engines are far from being completed. Far from being completed. So we're going to be revisiting the engines a lot coming up. We're going to focus on this part next. I'm going to put this together. All right. Well, that's one. So now it should be a little bit, now that that's in place, it should be a little bit easier to do the rest. I did the rest of the screws off camera simply because It did take a little longer than expected, but this piece is now firmly in place. And there's kind of a screw you have to put all the way back here. And depending on the size of your hands, which I got thick hands, it could be a pretty tight squeeze, and it's kind of uncomfortable trying to get that last screw in way back over here. So I did that off camera. So this is complete. I've got the engine complete. Well, for this magazine, it's complete. As I said, there's still a ton of work to do on these engines. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to magazine number 11. Here we are with magazine 11. As always, do a quick flip through of the magazine. I like that poster. I know it's from the 1943 Titanic movie. So it looks like we're going to be starting on the funnels. This is where things start to get interesting. So that's going to be magazine number 11. The first thing the instructions want me to do is to take this filter and this, if I can grab a hold of it, this spring right here, and put it in, and they want, I think, yeah, the instructions want me to put it in center and push it down as far as it can go. It's like so. And then it wants me to take this reservoir right here, and it wants me to put these in first, like so, just like that. So it's okay if it sticks out a little bit. So now the next step is to take this piece right here. I gotta turn it over, and then take this piece also right here, and then put it in like so. But I have to put it in just the right way because there's like a little notch there for you to put it in. And then after that, I take this piece right here and then turn it over just like so. So now it'll look a lot like this. And now I'm okay to screw it in with 2 EP screws. Alright. So that screws in. So now what it wants me to do is to turn this upside down and then take this that we already worked on and attach it like so. So this is what it looks like. We got the wire sticking out there. Perfect. So now on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to take this and the funnel sleeve, and I have to line it up like so, the way they want it, and what they want is they want it to align perfectly with the screw holes. So I'm going to do that off camera because I know that it's going to probably take a while. So I will be right back with this part firmly attached to this. Well, everybody, that was quite the doozy. These, I kid you not, these screws are so darn small. It's unbelievable. I spent so long trying to get these in the proper holes. It's just unbelievable. But I finally got it, and the wrap is secured to the interior of the funnel. I ended up actually losing 2 of these small screws, and then I found one, luckily. So, yeah, it all worked out in the end. So this is completed. So now I can go on to the next part, and it wants me to take this piece and this piece and then put it on like so. It just slides right on there without a problem. And then it wants me to then take this, the main part of the funnel, and it wants me to I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So there's holes right here. I don't know if you can see it, but these holes have to be matched up with all these holes that are right here. So this way I know that it's the proper side. And voila. It's not bad. Now this funnel is not complete just yet. The next thing it wants me to do is to put this in there, and I have to try to feed this through. Now it doesn't actually say as to which way I'm supposed to put it, but I definitely have to feed it through. Okay, so with that part in, which was actually really finicky, but I got it, this is what it looks like. So now the last thing that I need to do is to put the top of this vent in. I think it snaps in. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. There we go. It's designed so that it's supposed to be easily removable. But yes, this is now... So, yeah. This is now the finished, not fully finished, but that is a half completed funnel. So, alright everybody, I'm going to call that an episode. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will go through magazines 12, 13, and 14. And we'll be working more with the hull, and we'll even be getting into the boat deck. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.